That, I guess my frustration comes from knowing all of this and still not being able to.
You know what your discord says to us?
Yes, no, I don't.
What your discord says to us is, he knows this.
No, you have no idea how much I know this.
We have every idea how much. We have every idea. You have no idea how much we know.
No.
But hear this, hear this, because we don't want you to make light of this. We really want you to hear what we just said to you. When you say, I have discord, we say, yes. He has discord because he has carved out something that is beyond what he is currently allowing himself to live fully.
Yeah.
And we would far rather that you have the discord of that than the lethargy of no desire that is not being denied. It is so much better to have desire that you're working yourself into alignment with than no desire, because you are truly alive when you have desire. You will never hear us say, we want you to live only in positive emotion, because we want you to mix it up. We want you to do what you came to do. We want you to be on the leading edge. You are the pioneer for the new expanded thought. We just don't want you to keep creating new expanded thoughts and holding back from them. And you don't want it either. That's what this whole conversation is about.
I don't want that.
And we don't want you to try to define what's holding you back anymore. We want you to begin saying, I'm holding myself back. I'm getting better and better at it. Life is supposed to be fun. I smile at least once a day. Things are going pretty well for me. I'm understanding this more and more every day. And then just keep watching how much law of attraction will bring to you the evidence of your ever evolving progress.
You guys have no idea, but as this is that. See, I like empirical.
What is it they have no idea?
I like empirical data. But you're literally sitting there talking about the next question that I'm going to say. Just please leave me with this so that I can go back to New York and not scream at the computer or the CD player anymore, or the MP3 player. So,
well, scream at it, but then listen to what comes after.
I know, right? That's
ironic. The thing.
Yes.
When you scream, we hear, and we don't hold it against you that you're screaming at us. We hear the power of your question. And when you scream your question, we hear it, but you've got to relax before you can hear our response.
And my actual question, just so they know, was how do leave me with some relief about all of the things that didn't happen in the past, because that's really that remorse is what's building more than anything else in my consciousness. So many promises and broken promises to myself and missed goals and things like that. Obviously that's not alignment, and obviously that's my hand on the stove.
Your vortex is full of the beneficial results of the passion of those experiences. And as they come into fruition, you will recognize the relationship between what you are right now calling a broken promise and the fantastic fulfillment of promises that are so big that you have not been able to see them fully. In other words, your vortex is full of the beneficial results of what you are calling failed attempts. Your vortex is full. It is the basis of expansion. But the only reason you're feeling regret about it,
remorse,
is because you have not yet allowed yourself to receive the fulfillment of what it all put there. We're looking for an analogy that feels enough off the subject that you can hear it clearly. So you have an intention for something, but you didn't know about aligning energy, and so you weren't. And you were giving it everything you had because you believed that action was the way. And you were working hard to accomplish things, relationship things, financial things, life things, from a split energy perspective. And in that, but even in that split energy, you were putting things into the vortex that you were denying as you went along. So ask but don't let it in, ask but don't let it in, ask but don't let it in, ask but don't let it in. Ask but don't let it in, ask but don't let it in, ask but don't let it in. But here's where we came into the picture that gave you new understanding. Ask put it in the vortex, but don't go in where it is. Ask, put it in the vortex, but don't go in where it is. So all of that asking and not receiving right then that red hot minute, you're calling failed attempts. We're calling it putting stuff in the vortex. It's not a failed attempt unless you never go in the vortex. And there's no possible way that you will not ever go in the vortex, because even in what you call your death experience, oh, you're going in.
I don't like when you say that.
We know you don't.
I don't like that. And it
well, then don't
relief.
wait till then to go in. Don't wait till then to go in. We're just not going to tell you different than it is. We're going to tell you that you've been putting it in, and the fact that you haven't yet found your way to resonate with it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, and doesn't mean that you've failed. And when we see a blossoming vortex like the one that you've created, we see only success, 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 because it's only those who mix it up and care who do something like that. And then, the jubilation in the revelation as you allow yourself to resonate with it. So now what you're saying is, okay, I can even sort of follow that. I can even accept that maybe I've put it there. But what's taking me so long to get in there? And we say, you're like a lot of people in that you're still sifting, you're still sorting, you're still knowing what you don't want and knowing what you do want, but you have not yet made the decision that nothing is more important than that you feel good. That's the only thing that's missing. You haven't decided that you care more about feeling good than receiving the benefit of the things that you think you've been asking for. The success that you're looking for isn't the financial money, although it will come. The success that you're looking for is the harmony you feel when you let yourself finally be up to speed with all that you have become.
So I come from New York City. There are 100,000 successful people in a 20-block radius. Not happy. I didn't say happy. I said
then
success.
they're not successful.
Right.
If they're not in a they're not successful.
Okay.
They're not successful. Go to a different seminar where you learn about how to make money.
Okay.
Because here we can teach you about how to be successful, and once you click into that, then everything else will follow.
Okay. So I'm just most likely you're just going to say I'm paying attention or focusing on the wrong values, and they're different from what I want.
We're not saying that to you, because if you were focusing on the wrong values, you wouldn't feel the discord that you're feeling.
Gotcha.
The discord you're feeling means you're right, spot on about what matters.
So I meditate a lot more than the rapper 50 Cent, for example. And I do a lot more focus wheels.
We happen to know that's not true. That is a flawed premise, because he meditates while he raps. Because understand that when we talk about meditation, we're talking about alignment. The reason that we teach people to meditate is because, frankly, it's easier to teach them to have no thought than to have pure positive thought. But someone whose energy is not split, which sometimes happens in meditation, when someone's appreciating, they're not splitting their energy either. And when someone is performing in that place of alignment, that's what you're reaching for, you see. You need to rap about the stock market.
Hold on. No. I am not a hired actor. I promise you. I have nothing to do with these people. At the 1.5 seconds before you said go rap, I said, so then just tell me to go rap. In my mind. And it answers my question.
So what we're giving you here is,
done.
So you are receiving the inspiration. You are in the vortex now. This is what it feels like to be tuned in, tapped in, turned on.
But I feel like this a lot. I feel like this. I know when a vortex is. I see it. I know performers are in the vortex. I know you're in the vortex because it's the confidence. It's forward feeling. It's awesome. It's who cares? It's I'm over here. I'm playing my own drum set. I don't care what you're saying. So I feel like this a lot.
Yes, you do.
But I don't see the stuff.
Well, here's the thing that we...
And I don't look at it every day.
Here's the piece that we started...
5 months later, I'm like, hey, I just spent 5 months feeling like that.
That's way too long. That's way too long.
Right.
Here's what
You're right.
Here's what...
And that's 4 years since I heard your first thing.
Here's what we started to tell you before we got into the conversation about the rappers, and you're going to really appreciate this, because this is the piece that you're looking for. When you are in alignment with who you are, and you're feeling the flow of that, that's what you're always reaching for. In other words, if you will just replay as often as you can the sensations that were so vivid and real that we experienced here together just now, as you find that feeling place, you'll practice the vibration of that, and more things like that will occur for you. In other words, this was just a powerful meeting of the minds. It was a powerful blending of energy. And what we want to say to you, in the same way that you rendezvoused with us here in the Vortex, you were lighted up over there with the power of your question.
I did that on purpose.
Well, it was obvious to us. It was obvious to us. You were lighted up over there with the power of your question. And just bringing you forth is a confirmation to you.
That's why I said I nailed it when I said that.
That when you set your mind to something and don't offer split energy about it, that all forces move toward the accomplishment of it. And that's the piece that we want you to take away from this. But don't take score about when it is unfolding. Instead, go into the general place of trusting that it is unfolding. And say things to yourself such as, I so look forward to the continuum of surprise and delight as the universe gives me constant evidence of my alignment, the alignment that I am continually seeking. And stop beating up on yourself in the moments that you are aware that you don't have alignment, because the awareness that you don't have alignment is necessary for the awareness that you do have alignment. You see what we're getting at? They are equally beneficial emotions. They're equally beneficial. Now that's a really general, really good source energy statement, because source would say to you, source is saying to you, you came forth into this physical body to mix it up and to know what you don't want in order to know what you do want. And you cannot know what you do want if you do not know what you don't want. They are equal parts in this moving forward. Just don't be too heavy-handed in the beating the drum of what you don't want in order to create what you do want. There's enough in your vortex to keep you happily busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. This is the time for you. This is the time for you to practice and know and feel and revel in the alignment that you have just tasted just now. But when you're not having it, don't worry about it, because your placeholder is never going to get tired of holding the place for you. Your placeholder is never for a moment disappointed in anything that you are doing. Your placeholder, the larger part of you and all that we are that stand in full knowledge of who you really are, will never feel a moment's disappointment or discouragement about anything that you are. And when you feel it, you have diverged from what we all know about you. So cut it out.